14 and forgotten. My name is Alyssa Carter, and I was 14 the night my life cracked open. It was a Friday, and I remember the hum of the refrigerator and the TV blaring some late-night talk show in the living room. My mom's boyfriend, Rick, had been drinking since the afternoon. I knew the sound of his boots scraping the floorboards too well. It meant I had to brace myself. "You didn't clean the damn kitchen," he slurred, stepping in front of me. "I was doing my homework," I whispered. My voice always shrank around him. The first shove sent me back against the counter. The second knocked a glass to the floor. Then came the fists. One caught my cheek, and the sting spread like fire. The other dug into my ribs. I curled, instinctively trying to disappear. But what hurt most wasn't Rick's hands. It was my mom, Denise. She stood in the doorway, her arms crossed. "Stop crying, Alyssa. You always make everything worse," she snapped. When he finally staggered out, I thought she might help me up. She didn't. Instead, she tossed me a black trash bag. "Pack your things. You're done here." Just like that, her only daughter, shoved out of the house like unwanted garbage. The irony? My mom worked for the Department of Human Services, a government job where she spent her days protecting families. At work, she was polished, heels clicking across the lobby floor, voice calm and professional. She told her coworkers I was rebellious, out of control, impossible to manage. She hid the bruises with her badge, her paycheck, and her lies. So there I was, 14 years old, standing on the porch in the middle of the night with a garbage bag of clothes and nowhere to go. Chapter 2. Learning to Survive. I bounced from couch to couch for months. Sometimes I stayed with friends. Sometimes I slept in stairwells or bus stops. I learned how to blend in, how to fake smiles at school so teachers wouldn't ask too many questions. I was tired, hungry, but more than anything, I was angry. That anger became fuel. At 16, I got my first job bagging groceries at Miller's Market. I saved every dollar I could, stuffing bills in a shoebox under the bed at whatever friend's house I was crashing in. While other kids bought sneakers and makeup, I bought notebooks, one for budgeting, one for business ideas, one for dreams. I wrote down everything I wanted, a car, my own apartment, and one day, a business with my name on it. By 18, I'd worked 2 jobs, day shifts at the market and night shifts cleaning offices downtown. I finally saved enough for a tiny studio apartment. It wasn't much, just 4 walls, a mattress on the floor, and a second-hand desk, but it was mine. No fists, no trash bags waiting by the door. Chapter 3. Building Something Bigger. College wasn't an option. I didn't have the money or the support. But I had ambition, and I had YouTube. Every night, after work, I sat at that second-hand desk and taught myself. Marketing, finance, social media strategy. I devoured it all. At 20, I started selling handmade skincare products online. At first, it was just jars of body butter and scrubs mixed in my tiny kitchen. But I branded them with care, built a website, and told my story. People connected with it. A girl who built from nothing. Orders trickled in, then poured. I reinvested everything. By 25, my little side hustle had become Carter Essentials, a 6-figure e-commerce business. I hired my first employees, girls like me, who needed a chance when no one else would give them one. Chapter 4. Full Circle. The first time I saw my mom after all those years, it was at a grocery store. She looked at me like she'd seen a ghost. "You look different," she muttered, her eyes darting to the designer bag on my shoulder. "I am different," I said, my voice steady. For the first time, I wasn't the broken girl with a trash bag. I was a woman who had built her own empire. She tried to explain, to excuse, to rewrite the past. But I didn't need her apology. I had already written my own ending. Because survival wasn't enough for me, I turned survival into success. From a 14-year-old kid with bruises and nowhere to go, to a millionaire businesswoman who created her own family, her own legacy. I wasn't the forgotten girl anymore. I was proof that even the deepest wounds can grow wings.